From now on, my full-time job is finding a guy who's gonna take care of me.
You guys are responsible for me and everything else that comes with me.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the MST channel where we talk about all things hypergamy. We're back with Into Deep, Gambling for a Married Man's Heart. We're going to be doing 3 chapters tonight, 17, 18, and 19. The sound of my doorbell woke me up. When I looked at the clock, it was already 9 a.m. I was up all night making business plans and filing the necessary documents. Mike and I's flight leaves at 8 p.m. tonight. When I went to the door, it was Maria. She told me it was her day off and that she was coming over to help me pick out stuff for Scottsdale. "Good morning, girl," I greeted her with a hug. "Good morning, Sleepyhead," she said, and we headed upstairs to the kitchen. "Girl, you look tired," said Maria. "I am tired," I replied. "Well, you can sleep on the plane tonight," said Maria. "Would you like something to eat?" I asked her. "You know I do," she replied. "I want a BLT," she said, joking. I knew she was just mocking me, 'cause she knew I always made BLTs for Mike. "I'm serious, girl. Show me what got that man hooked." I took out the bacon and butter and fired up the stove. "Those are some nice pants, Sheila." "Thanks, friend. Mike bought them." "Of course he did," Maria said, laughing. "So, tell me what's going on with you, Maria." "Girl, let's just say I see why you got comfortable behind the gates." "What you mean?" "Girl, the neighborhood is fire. I could definitely see myself living over there," Maria said in excitement. "Well, you got that right," I responded. "What are your bosses like?" I asked. "They are awesome. They treat me like family. Plus, people on that side pay really well. Them rich people are free-handed," Maria said. "Plus, the job is easy. Their baby is so well behaved. I sometimes wonder why she even needs me. Then again, Miss Jessica runs a lot of errands and attends various events, so I guess that's why." "Sounds like when I was at the Hodges," I replied. I made Maria her sandwich and sat with her. "I see why Mike likes these so much. They are good." "Well, thank you," I replied sarcastically. "So, did you secure enough from Mike, because his wife is working overtime to find out what he's been up to?" "Trust me, girl, I have it under control. I really like Mike. I might even love him, but I love the money and the lifestyle more." "That's my girl," Maria said and gave me a wink. "Did you give up the cookie yet?" she asked. "Not fully, but he has been feasting on it," I replied. We both laughed and high-fived. "I might on this trip, though. We will be far away and completely to ourselves, so I might fuck around and ride it." "I know that's right," said Maria. "Let's go upstairs, girl, and pick out some clothes. You have to look hot for these next few days. This is your chance to lock him in fully, being that you two will be all alone," said Maria. As Maria went through my stuff, she picked out some heels, dresses, and about 3 swimsuits for me. "Sheila, you only have lace lingerie." "Yeah, what's wrong with that?" I asked. "Nothing, but men love the softness of silk." "Well, teach me, girl," I said, laughing. "Let's go to the mall. We need to get you some La Perla. Remember, Mike is an older, sophisticated man. You need to appease him." "Okay, boss," I said jokingly. I took a shower and headed to the mall with Maria. Chapter 18. The Witherspoons Household. Jessica. I could barely sleep last night. I tossed and turned all night at the thought of my sister Kathy in so much pain. It really made me upset and sad for her. Mike had really hurt her. How could he be seeing the maid behind her back? That was next level betrayal. Honey, are you okay? My husband John asked. Yes, honey, I'm fine, I replied. I didn't want to tell him about Kathy and Mike just yet because he would know why I was going to Scottsdale tomorrow, and he would try to stop me. You tossed and turned all night, Jessica. Are you sure you're okay? Yes, baby, I am. Maybe I was dreaming, I joked as I kissed him. Baby, I'm going on a girls' trip tomorrow with my sister. Really? So sudden? John asked. Yeah. Kathy wants a quick getaway to clear her mind. Oh, well, for how long? Just a few days. We get back on Saturday. Okay, dear, said John. Today is Maria's day off, and I think I'm going to ask her to work this weekend, since I may be exhausted and jet-lagged from the trip. Sounds like a plan, John replied. I'm gonna miss you. I don't like being away from you, Jessica. Neither do I, baby, I responded, as I got on top of him and kissed him passionately. Of course, he was already hard. John had a sex drive out of this world. He then began to lick my nipples slowly, and I got wet with every lick. Then he pulled me down and kissed me again, while shifting my panties and slid his hard cock into my moist pussy. I began bouncing up and down as he squeezed my nipples. I started to come all over him and screamed in ecstasy. Then John started dragging me down harder on his dick as he exploded inside me. We then kissed and cuddled for a bit. It's a lucky thing I was on the pill, because one kid was all I could handle. John wanted more kids, but I refused to have any more. Not after he cheated during my pregnancy. I was still traumatized from that. John got up and got ready for work. John got up to get ready for work. When I heard him turn the shower on, I called Kathy. Hey sis, how are you? I said as she answered. I'm exhausted, she replied. I stayed up all night. Kathy, please get some rest, honey. I know this is a rough time for you, but I need you to take care of yourself, sis. Okay, I'll try, Kathy responded. I can't believe all the flights for tonight were sold out and we can't fly out until tomorrow, Kathy said. Well, you know, Kathy, that this time of year several golf tournaments are being hosted in Scottsdale, so getting a flight last minute to Phoenix was almost impossible. I know, Jessica, but those two backstabbers will have one night all to themselves. Kathy, honey, calm down. The most important thing is that we catch them. Who cares if we get there on day 2 or 3? What's important is that they will be comfortable enough to be careless in Scottsdale, so it will be much easier to catch them. You're right, Jess, Kathy responded. The bastard is in the closet packing to leave tonight as we speak. I won't start packing until after he leaves. He can have one night of peace with that little bitch. Because I'm about to turn Scottsdale from 100 degrees to 200 once I land. Kathy, just try and play it cool. You don't want him suspecting anything. I know it's hard, but just play the devoted wife role for now. I realized there was no calming my sister down. She was livid, and rightfully so. Okay, Kathy, I'm gonna attend to Nick. It's Maria's day off. Okay, Jessica, talk to you soon. I went to the bathroom and cleaned up and brushed my teeth and went to bathe my baby boy. Thinking about flying to Arizona tomorrow really has my heart racing. Kathy was angry, and no telling what she would do to Mike or his mistress. Chapter 19. Mr. Hodges. It was 6:30 p.m., and I was waiting for my driver to pick me up to take me to the airport. Kathy seemed awfully quiet all day, but I figured she was just moody as usual. Most Geminis had that split personality, so I didn't think anything of it. I then heard the gate buzz. It was my driver. I let him in. Kathy, the driver, is pulling up. Kathy came down from upstairs and gave me a hug. She still seemed moody. Maybe she was sad that I was leaving. I invited her every year and she turned it down, so I don't know why she would be this way. I love you, honey, I said. Love you too, she responded and kissed me on my cheek. I hugged her again and went through the door. Maybe I'll bring her back some jewelry from Scottsdale. Jewelry always cheered Kathy up. About 15 minutes later, I arrived at the airport. As I walked inside, I heard Sheila calling me as her driver had just dropped her off as well. Hey, baby, I said, excited to see her as I greeted her with a hug. We checked our bags in and went to the Admiral's Club Lounge to wait for our flight. I always wondered what it looked like inside here, Sheila said. I couldn't help but smile. I liked how excited she got, experiencing new things. That's what I loved about her. Her zest for life was so sexy to me. The Admiral's Club Lounge is pretty nice, I responded. Go ahead and eat anything you like, baby. Sheila then made a plate for me and brought over champagne. This girl was incredible. She made sure I was okay before she made herself a plate. She brought me salad, fruits, and some cookies. Sheila was awesome. She then got a salad for herself and some sparkling water. We ate and watched the planes take off and land until it was time for our flight. About 20 minutes later, it was time to board our flight. We were in Group 1, first class, seat 1A and B. As we sat down, Sheila looked at me and gave me a kiss. I think she was impressed. This is nice, Mike, she said, as she rested her head on my shoulder. I felt like the luckiest man in the world. This woman showed me so much love. I always felt like I'm in heaven with her. Welcome aboard to American Airlines Flight 638 with service to Phoenix. Our flight time from Huntsville to Phoenix, Arizona will be approximately 5 hours and 20 minutes, the lady said over the intercom. Sheila and I held hands as the plane ascended. We landed about 5 hours later, collected our bags, and took a black truck to our resort. It was about 11 p.m. Arizona time, which was about 2 a.m. in Alabama. I texted my wife, but I got no response. Kathy must have been fast asleep, I said to myself. The ride from the Phoenix airport to Scottsdale was about 18 minutes. We finally pulled up to the beautiful Phoenician resort. Mike, it's beautiful, Sheila said. Yes, it is, baby, I replied. I loved impressing Sheila, so her approval was always warranted. As we entered the large lobby, the place was tastefully decorated with marble floors and beautiful plants. We were greeted by the lovely staff who took our bags as I checked in. Once we got to the room, Sheila immediately went to check out our huge one-bedroom suite. This room came with a personal butler and everything we needed to our comfort. We had an awesome view of the pool with a beautiful backdrop of the mountains. The room featured a his and hers vanity, a bar, beautiful balcony, and the bathroom had a deep soak-in tub, rainhead shower with 2 sinks, and a private room for the toilet. The bed was a large king-size bed, huge enough to fit about 10 people, and a living room with a comfy couch with state-of-the-art lighting fixtures. By the way, Sheila's eyes were lit up. I knew I'd done well. She then hugged me and kissed me passionately. I'll go run a bath for us, baby, she said. Okay, love, I responded. I watched her walk over to the bathroom. Her ass was perfect, and her bronze skin was her sexiest feature. Mike, baby? Yes, babe, I'm here. Sheila was in the tub, filled with bubbles. Come and join me, she said, with a very sexy look in her eyes. She didn't have to tell me twice. I stripped naked and got in the tub, fast. As I sat in the tub, Sheila straddled me and started grinding on me. I felt like I wanted to explode. She then stopped and took her panties off and stuffed them in my mouth. She started jerking my dick under the water. As I was about to come, she stopped. That made me yearn for her even more. Then she surprised me when she stood up and then stooped down on my dick and slowly slid down on it. She let out a moan and started bouncing up and down on me. Her pussy felt so damn tight and her breasts looked perfect, staring at me with every bounce. I couldn't help it. I'm about to come, I said, and she jumped off my dick fast. I exploded in the water. Damn, this pussy was worth the wait. Every bit of it, I thought to myself. We then took a shower and ordered room service. I then made love to her again and again. I couldn't get enough of her. With every stroke, my dick got harder, and her soft moans made me come every time. This woman was heavenly. I wanted all of her. And there you have it. That was chapter 19. So those were the 3 chapters, 17, 18, and 19. I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you're enjoying, don't hesitate to comment and let me know what you think. Of course, chapter 20 or part 20 will be one for the books when his wife and her sister fly into Scottsdale. I do want to thank you guys once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.